Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Next Goal Wins, where today we're talking about Leicester City once again with a victory under our belt, this time at home to Liverpool in what is going to be an important month for us. The month of February 2016 could go down in history with what happens in the next few results, but we couldn't have got off to a more perfect start. We beat Liverpool last night 2-0, wonderful game, wonderful result, wonderful atmosphere to be at, especially when Vardy's wonder goal went in, that we'll talk about shortly. But it was, one of those games I think a lot of people were nervous about playing Liverpool. Would we be able to match them for effort, and would we be able to match them in the middle of a park? Now, we obviously lost to them. We've only lost 2 games this season. We lost to them 1-0 last time out, away, lost to them. Benteke getting the goal back there, and even that day we played quite poorly and only lost 1-0, and Liverpool haven't had good results recently, and this game summed that up for me. They do look dangerous when they go forward, you know what I mean? They have a lot of time on the ball. Maybe we gave them too much time on the ball, a bit too much respect maybe, but they do get time on the ball. But saying that, I think they never looked like scoring. They never really had a clear-cut chance. Emre Can had one at the start of the second half, and apart from that, they really didn't do much. They've got a lot of kind of bog-standard players that Klopp needs to swap out in the summer if they want to have a title chance next season, or a chance for top 4, for example, because I can't see them making it into the top 4 this year with the current squad they've got. But let's talk about the game now, and let's talk about the wonderful, the joyful Leicester City, and Jamie Vardy in particular, who this season has already given us so many awesome, brilliant memories, and last night was no difference. In fact, he gave us the best memories and probably the best goal a lot of people have seen live for Leicester City. Let's talk about the game first though. The first half was kind of a stop-start half for City. We started off pretty well the first 10 minutes. We had a few chances. Mahrez had one cutting inside, just bent it around the far post, and it looked like they couldn't really mark Mahrez. He had another one a bit later on in the first half where Vardy was almost through with Okazaki, heavy touch, defender hit it out, and Mahrez hits a wonderful first time sweeping left foot effort, nearly goes in the top corner. Mignolet gets a good save, reaching with his left hand to tip that one over, but apart from that, there wasn't a lot of real clear opportunities. But saying that, I thought we were the best team in the first half. Liverpool, they looked dangerous going forward, but they didn't really have too many clear opportunities. They had one where Schmeichel made a brilliant save, but retrospectively he was given offside, so it didn't really matter. And apart from that, they had a lot of time and space on the ball, I'd say, especially Moreno at left back, but they didn't really create anything massive in the first half that put us under any real danger. We did create a few chances, like I said. We had those 2 Mahrez ones, and Okazaki's interplay was quite nice. Vardy looked up for it the whole game, and obviously later in the game it paid off, but you could tell he won every header pretty much in the first half. He was there for every single ball, chasing it down, and he looked up for it. And my dad turned to me and he said, God, he's winning everything tonight. All he needs now is a chance, and I'm sure he'll put it away. And as fate would have it, out into the second half, first kind of 5-10 minutes, we didn't start too sharply, to be honest. Emre Can having the best chance for them, pulled back nicely on the left-hand side. Moreno was free again, pulled back into him. He just puts it wide of the near post. But then the magical moment happened. We looked under the cosh really until this point in the second half. Not under the cosh in terms of they were creating loads of chances, but we didn't look like creating much going forward. We looked a bit one-dimensional, to be honest. But Riyad Mahrez gets the ball, wonderful 50-60 yard pass over the top into Jamie Vardy, and Vardy had said after the game that he'd seen Mignolet coming off his line. He'd been looking for a lob the whole game, looking for something the whole game, and then this ball comes over the top, dropping over his shoulder, and Jamie Vardy, we all know how good he's been this season, unleashes an absolute thunderbolt from 33 yards over Mignolet into the top corner, first time touch. It was a wonderful, wonderful moment. One of the best Leicester City goals I've ever seen live, for everything, for atmosphere, for meaning in the game, for celebration, the way he just pointed, ran straight towards me, the place I sit in the corner next to the cop, and it was just an awesome, awesome moment. The hit, I mean, you can't really comprehend how good the strike was. It was an unbelievable strike from that far out, to hit it over, dipping over your shoulder first time, to catch it that sweetly. Only took a second for it to fly the 30 yards right into the top corner past Mignolet, and that's by far the best goal we've scored this season and in a long time. You talk about the is it overhead kick against Grimsby, which obviously people talk about. Is it scored another one against Tottenham at home in the famous Don't Go Martin game, and we've had a few good ones. Lillian Nallis against Leeds, for example, was about 10-12 years ago now, but this one's going to go right in there with my favourite Leicester City goals, and to be there, to be right next to it, and to be in the corner where he ran to after scoring the goal was just brilliant. But 1-0, you're thinking, you know, Liverpool don't look too dangerous. We should at least get a point out of this game now, which at the start of the game I was happy with a point. I would have been happy with a point come full time at the start of the game, but we went 1-0 up, and then we double the lead. It's that man again, it's Jamie Vardy. A long ball goes forward, and Liverpool look really poor from long balls the whole game. In the air, the two centre-halves looked very dodgy from balls out of the air, didn't look comfortable, and any team who are playing Liverpool, I beg you and urge you, that's what you need to do. That should be your tactic. Get it long, get it high. It might seem a bit basic, and it might seem a bit rudimental, but it worked for us last night, and I'm sure it'll work for you. You can't really pass it around this Liverpool team. They've got a lot of people in midfield who kind of chunk the midfield, make it too thick to just pass through there. Conte and Drinkwater didn't get a lot of passes kind of into feet, in around there. It always had to go wide, but the chance came because of another long ball bouncing around. Liverpool couldn't deal with it. Falls to Okazaki on the edge of a box. Slips over as he hits. It's not his finest moment. He's not really an out-and-out finisher. Luckily, though, we have got a man who is Jamie Vardy. Again, ball kind of takes a nick off a defender, flies in behind another Liverpool defender, and who's waiting there? Finish it off with aplomb. Jamie Vardy on his left foot just lifts it over an oncoming Mignolet into the top corner. Wonderful finish by Jamie, and he wheels away again to the corner of the ground where I sit. 2-0 up against Liverpool. All 3 points secured in the bag. The last kind of 15-20 minutes, Liverpool didn't really create too much of any threat. Damari Gray came on for us. Ulloa came on for us, but Benteke came on for them for the last half an hour and looked really ineffective. Didn't create any chances. Didn't look like scoring. Liverpool didn't really look like scoring, especially when we went 2-0 up. And Klopp can say all this about, well, you know, we should have won this game or whatever, but I think that's just complete bollocks. I think we were the better team from start to finish. We had the better players, we've got the better players, and we won the game. Vardy, obviously, the man of the moment and the man of the match with those 2 goals, and he's done it all season, and he continues to bewilder and boggle the minds of fans who go and watch him. This man last season was talked about leaving the club in January to West Brom and Sheffield Wednesday and teams like that for 4 or 5 million quid. Now touted at 40-50 million if he's going to leave, but supposedly signing a new contract with us to tie him down. And why would he want to leave? You see how much the fans love him. You see how much he loves being there. Why would he want to leave this club at the moment in the summer? I don't see it myself. I don't see why he'd want to leave us, because there's a special thing happening in the East Midlands at the moment, and its centrepiece is the King Power Stadium. It's a wonderful run but we're on. I mean, the first team to get to 50 points in the Premier League, only 5 points off our record total in the top flight now, which obviously you'd expect to come. But the next 2 games are the important ones. The next 2 games, who would have thought? Man City and Arsenal, title deciders almost. I can't get my head around it still, how brilliant that sounds, that they could be title deciding games. If we draw against Man City and we lose against Arsenal, we can't still not be top after those games. So I think, in a way, that sounds so negative, but that almost has to be our target, to draw against Man City. If we lose against Arsenal, we lose against Arsenal, but they can't go above us. Obviously, a lot of teams will gain ground on us, but these are 2 massively difficult games, obviously away in both of them, travelling to the Etihad and to the Emirates. I think the Man City game is going to be the toughest one, because City have got so many good players, but Arsenal, we never fare well away at Arsenal. Famously, all those years ago, we lost 6-1. Last game of the season of the Invincibles, we lost then, and we lost last season when we didn't play that badly, so we never really do well at the Emirates. Saying that, we're not brilliant at the Etihad, but those are 2 crucial games coming up. I'm going to have a few videos before then, hopefully previewing certain parts about them, certain aspects of the game, but we couldn't have got a better result to start the month of February. It's now February. It's February and we're still top of the league by 3 points. Who would have thought this at the start of the season? We are living in a dreamland. Claudio's told us to keep dreaming, and I certainly will, and I hope you will too, because this dream doesn't look like ending soon or becoming a nightmare. You see, Palace have really slipped away from having a good start. Watford have slipped away, and we have punished teams and pushed on into a wonderful, wonderful position. Obviously, United won last night, so we're still only 10 points clear of 4th place, but if we carry on as we are, then it still looks unbelievably likely, but we're going to finish in the top 4, let alone challenging for the league title. And to be where we were in this exact stage last season, I was talking to the bloke next to me at the football last night, but last season, obviously, we had that whole game at home where the players really got booed off and the atmosphere around the ground wasn't great, and after that, obviously, we've been on this brilliant run for a year, basically. But to be from where we were 12 months ago to where we are 12 months now is a credit to everyone involved in the club, the players, obviously Ranieri coming in this season. You've got to give credit to Pearson at the back end of last season, but the players who've been there throughout, the players who've come in, the chairman, the owners, everyone involved in the club. It's been a brilliant time to be a Leicester City fan, and one I wouldn't trade for anything. So enjoy it. Any of my young fans out there, it will not carry on like this for the rest of your life. So enjoy it, submerge yourself in it, get everything you can to do with Leicester, buy every paper, watch every TV report, do everything you can, because it's a wonderful time to be a Leicester City fan, and it won't get any better than this, or will it? We might win the title. Anything could happen. 2 massive games, Manchester City, Arsenal, season defining. Could we be title challengers? I still can't believe I'm saying that. I'm rambling on now because I'm so excited about what could happen. See you in the next one. Please leave your comments down below. Let me know what you thought of the game. Please subscribe as always, and please, please support the City till the dying day. Come on, you foxes.